projected 25% energy cost reduction across key sectors by Q1 2025 amidst escalating geopolitical tensions in South Asia by 2026. Date: January 27, 2025. Reported by Your Name/Organization. Executive Summary. By Q1 2025, a projected 25% reduction in energy costs is anticipated across four key sectors: agriculture, manufacturing, telecommunications, and other industries. This reduction is primarily attributed to the increasing adoption of solar energy solutions, which are set to enhance energy independence and sustainability. However, the global landscape is complicated by escalating geopolitical tensions in South Asia, expected to peak by 2026, which may impact energy markets and policies. Solar energy as a catalyst for change. 1. Integration of information. Reports indicate that solar energy is leading the charge in renewable capacity globally, with installations reaching a record 239 gigawatts in 2022. Key players in this growth include China, the United States, and India. China alone contributed nearly 100 gigawatts, underscoring its dominance in the solar market. By early 2025, global solar capacity is projected to exceed 2 TW. 2. Resilience amid challenges. The solar sector has demonstrated remarkable resilience in the face of supply chain disruptions and geopolitical tensions. Driving factors include government incentives, technological advancements, and the rising costs of fossil fuels, which have pushed both consumers and businesses towards solar energy solutions. Corporate power purchase agreements (PPAs) are emerging as a vital mechanism for stabilizing energy costs and securing renewable energy sources. 3. Regional disparities. Different regions are experiencing varied growth dynamics. While Southeast Asia is witnessing aggressive solar expansion fueled by supportive policies, Sub-Saharan Africa is facing challenges such as underinvestment and regulatory hurdles. The development of corporate PPAs in emerging markets, particularly in Southeast Asia, is essential for unlocking the vast potential of solar energy. Timeline of events. 2022, solar installations surpassed 239 gigawatts globally, with significant contributions from major markets. 2023, expectations for new installations range between 341 gigawatts and 402 gigawatts, propelled by declining technology costs and the quest for energy independence amidst rising fossil fuel prices. 2025, projections indicate global solar capacity could exceed 2 TW, with agriculture and telecommunications expected to benefit significantly from energy cost reductions. 2026, anticipated escalation of geopolitical tensions in South Asia could impact energy markets and policies, posing risks to the projected energy cost reduction. Sector-specific insights. Agriculture. The agriculture sector stands to benefit considerably from the reduction in energy costs, primarily through the integration of solar energy in farming operations. Solar-powered irrigation systems and energy-efficient agricultural practices are expected to lower operational costs, enhance productivity, and contribute to sustainable farming practices. Manufacturing. Manufacturers are increasingly adopting solar solutions to mitigate rising energy costs. The shift towards renewable energy sources is not only economically beneficial but also aligns with corporate sustainability initiatives. The anticipated reduction in energy costs could significantly enhance profit margins across the sector. Telecommunications. The telecommunications industry, heavily reliant on energy for data centers and network operations, is expected to embrace solar energy solutions to combat rising operational costs. The successful integration of solar panels into telecommunications infrastructure will likely lead to substantial savings and improve resilience against energy price fluctuations. Geopolitical tensions in South Asia. As energy markets prepare for a 25% cost reduction, geopolitical tensions in South Asia are poised to escalate by 2026. These tensions may lead to disruptions in energy supply chains affecting the availability and pricing of energy resources. Key implications include increased energy prices as regional conflicts intensify. The potential for supply disruptions may lead to higher energy prices counteracting the expected cost reductions. Investment uncertainty, heightened geopolitical risks could deter investment in renewable energy projects, particularly in regions vulnerable to conflict. Market volatility, fluctuations in energy prices resulting from geopolitical tensions may create instability in energy markets, challenging the sustainability of projected cost reductions. Conclusion: while the projected 25% reduction in energy costs across key sectors by Q1 2025 presents a promising outlook for businesses and consumers, it is essential to remain vigilant regarding the emerging geopolitical tensions in South Asia. The transition towards solar energy is a critical step towards achieving energy independence and sustainability. However, the interplay of global dynamics will play a significant role in shaping the future of energy markets. Policymakers, businesses, and stakeholders must work collaboratively to navigate these challenges and unlock the full potential of renewable energy solutions. This report consolidates insights from various energy market analyses and projections, highlighting the transformative potential of solar energy amidst a complex geopolitical landscape. Counterintuitive insights on projected energy cost reduction in key sectors by 2025 amid geopolitical tensions. The anticipated 25% reduction in energy costs across agriculture, manufacturing, telecommunications, and other sectors by Q1 2025 contrasts sharply with the forecasted escalation of geopolitical tensions in South Asia by 2026. This juxtaposition raises intriguing questions about the dynamics of energy markets and geopolitical stability. Here are several counterintuitive insights derived from the content. 1. Solar energy's resilience against geopolitical tensions. The reports underline the unexpected resilience of the solar energy sector amidst global supply chain disruptions and rising geopolitical tensions. While one might assume that increasing geopolitical instability would stifle investment and growth in renewable energy sectors, the opposite appears to be true. Countries are increasingly viewing solar energy as a strategic asset that can enhance energy independence and resilience against external shocks. The demand for domestic solar energy solutions is growing, driven by both economic necessity and policy incentives. 2. Government incentives driving growth. The reports emphasize that government incentives and policies play a critical role in driving solar energy adoption. This is somewhat counter. Solar power remains significantly cheaper than fossil fuels and nuclear energy. This situation is particularly surprising given the context of rising global energy prices. As countries prioritize energy independence, the price of solar energy continues to decline due to technological advancements and increased production capacity, challenging the notion that economic downturns hinder renewable energy investment. For divergent growth rates in regional markets, the growth trajectories of solar energy in different regions illustrate a counterintuitive trend where emerging markets like Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa are poised for rapid solar adoption despite facing significant challenges. While advanced economies may experience slower growth due to existing infrastructure and market saturation, emerging markets are leveraging their untapped potential and favorable solar conditions. This divergence suggests that geopolitical stability is not the sole determinant of energy market success, rather local policy frameworks, market conditions, and resource availability play a crucial role. 5. Corporate power purchase agreements (PPAs) as stabilizers. The rise of corporate PPAs in emerging markets highlights a counterintuitive trend where businesses are increasingly securing renewable energy sources to stabilize costs and ensure energy security. Despite potential political instability, companies are entering into long-term agreements to lock in lower energy costs, indicating a strategic shift towards self-sufficiency. This trend suggests that businesses are prioritizing energy independence as a means of mitigating risks associated with geopolitical tensions. 6. Role of technological advancements. Technological advancements in solar energy production and storage are leading to unexpected cost reductions, further enhancing the competitiveness of solar energy. While one might expect that geopolitical tensions would hinder technological collaboration, the urgency of transitioning to renewable energy is fostering innovation. Countries are investing in domestic manufacturing and R&D to reduce dependence on foreign technologies, leading to a more resilient and competitive solar market. 7. Local versus global focus. The focus on local solar energy solutions driven by the desire for energy independence contrasts with the global interconnectedness of energy markets. This shift suggests a potential decoupling of energy markets where local conditions and policies become more impactful than global trends. As countries prioritize domestic solar production, they may reduce their vulnerability to international energy price fluctuations, thus challenging the traditional reliance on global supply chains. 8. Energy transition as a geopolitical strategy. The transition to solar energy is increasingly being viewed not just as an economic imperative but also as a geopolitical strategy. Countries are recognizing that energy independence through renewables can serve as a buffer against geopolitical risks. This perspective challenges the notion that energy transitions are purely economic decisions. They are also strategic moves in the context of national security and geopolitical positioning. 9. Regional variability in solar adoption. The variability in growth rates and adoption of solar technologies between regions, especially within Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, presents a counterintuitive narrative. While many advanced economies are grappling with regulatory challenges and market saturation, emerging markets are experiencing rapid solar adoption despite facing significant infrastructure and investment barriers. This divergence suggests that the potential for solar energy may be less about current market maturity and more about future aspirations and policy support. 10. Expectations versus realities. The expectation of solar energy's growth being stifled by external factors such as geopolitical tensions and economic downturns contrasts with the reality that many countries are doubling down on their renewable energy commitments. This unexpected resilience indicates a fundamental shift in how nations are viewing energy sources and their strategic importance, suggesting that the energy transition is becoming a priority irrespective of external pressures. In summary, the projected reduction in energy costs through solar adoption amidst escalating geopolitical tensions presents a nuanced landscape where resilient strategic policymaking and technological advancements play critical roles. These counterintuitive insights challenge conventional assumptions about the relationship between energy markets and geopolitical dynamics, underscoring the complexity of global energy transitions in the face of changing global conditions. The report on the projected 25% energy cost reduction across sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, telecommunications, and others by Q1 2025 highlights several critical points that many may overlook but are indeed significant for understanding the broader implications of this shift, especially in the context of escalating geopolitical tensions in South Asia by 2026. 1. Geopolitical context and energy independence. The forecast for energy cost reductions coinciding with rising geopolitical tensions in South Asia is particularly noteworthy. While many reports focus on the economic implications of reduced energy costs, the geopolitical aspect is often underemphasized. Energy independence is a crucial factor for national security, especially in regions prone to conflict. The potential reduction in energy costs through the adoption of solar energy can provide countries within South Asia with the leverage to mitigate the impact of geopolitical conflicts on their energy supply. As countries like India, which is heavily reliant on fossil fuel imports, increase their solar capacity, they can enhance their energy security, thereby reducing vulnerability to external pressures. 2. Regional disparities in solar adoption. The report briefly mentions the differences in solar growth trajectories between regions such as Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. The specific challenges faced by regions like Sub-Saharan Africa, such as underinvestment in infrastructure and regulatory hurdles, are significant, yet often overlooked. Understanding these disparities is vital for policymakers and stakeholders aiming to replicate successful solar adoption strategies in less developed markets. The mention of corporate power purchase agreements (PPAs) as a stabilizing mechanism is essential. These instruments can create a bridge for financing solar projects in regions where traditional investment routes are inadequate. 3. Economic implications beyond cost reduction. The projected reduction in energy costs is not merely an economic statistic, it has broader implications for job creation, technological innovation, and sustainable development. The report emphasizes the role of solar energy in fostering energy independence, but it can also be argued that this shift can stimulate economic growth by creating jobs in the renewable sector. The anticipated growth in solar capacity, from 239 gigawatts in 2022 to potentially over 2 TW globally by early 2025, could translate into millions of jobs in manufacturing, installation, and maintenance. 4. The technological advancements and resilience of the solar sector. The resilience of the solar sector during recent supply chain disruptions is a critical point that deserves more attention. The adaptability of solar technology and its capacity to integrate with storage solutions make it a formidable player in the energy transition. The report notes the significant advancements in solar technology and declining costs which have made solar more competitive against traditional energy sources. This technological progress is often overshadowed by concerns over initial investment costs, but it is crucial for stakeholders to recognize the long-term economic benefits and environmental impacts. 5. Corporate PPAs as a mechanism for renewable energy growth. The report highlights the role of corporate PPAs in stabilizing energy costs and securing renewable energy sources, yet this mechanism's transformative potential is often underestimated. As businesses increasingly seek to decarbonize their operations, PPAs provide a pathway to access clean energy while managing costs. This trend not only supports the growth of the solar market but also aligns with corporate sustainability goals, thereby driving demand for solar solutions across various sectors. 6. Regional potential in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia's potential for solar growth is emphasized particularly as countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines ramp up their renewable energy initiatives. The report notes the significant solar irradiance in the region, which presents an opportunity for harnessing solar energy at scale. However, the challenges of grid infrastructure and financing remain critical barriers. Addressing these challenges through regional cooperation and investment in grid modernization could unlock the full potential of solar energy in Southeast Asia. 7. The role of policy and regulation. The report's mention of government incentives and supportive policies as drivers of solar energy growth is significant. Effective policy frameworks are essential for facilitating investment and ensuring the successful deployment of solar technologies. Policymakers must prioritize the creation of stable regulatory environments that encourage private investment in solar energy, particularly in emerging markets where uncertainty can deter investment. 8. Social and environmental impact. The environmental benefits of transitioning to solar energy are crucial in the context of climate change. While the report focuses on economic impacts, the social implications, such as improved public health outcomes from reduced air pollution, are equally important. The renewable energy transition can contribute to achieving climate goals while promoting social equity through job creation and energy access in underserved communities. In summary, while the report provides a comprehensive outlook on the projected energy cost reductions and the role of solar energy, it is essential to recognize the interconnectedness of geopolitical stability, regional disparities, technological advancements, and policy frameworks. These elements are vital for shaping the future of energy markets and must not be overlooked in discussions about the transition to renewable energy sources. 1. Projected energy cost reduction and its implications. The anticipated 25% reduction in energy costs across agriculture, manufacturing, telecommunications, and other sectors by Q1 2025 signifies a critical turning point in how industries manage energy expenditures. This reduction is primarily driven by advances in solar energy technology and the increasing adoption of renewable energy sources. The implication is that sectors reliant on energy-intensive processes may experience substantial operational cost savings, allowing for reinvestment in other areas such as technology and workforce development. The potential for energy independence is also crucial, particularly in light of geopolitical tensions in South Asia, which could affect energy security and prices. 2. The role of government policy and corporate power purchase agreements (PPAs). Government incentives and supportive policies are instrumental in driving the growth of solar energy. These include subsidies, tax incentives, and simplified permitting processes that stimulate investment in solar infrastructure. Additionally, the rise of corporate PPAs offers a stable financial mechanism for companies to procure renewable energy directly, which helps to stabilize energy costs. This trend not only promotes corporate sustainability goals but also aligns with national energy strategies aimed at reducing carbon footprints and enhancing energy security. 3. Regional disparities in solar energy adoption. While countries like China, the US, and India are leading the charge in solar energy adoption, disparities exist in how different regions approach solar deployment. Southeast Asia shows promising growth driven by favorable policies but faces challenges such as infrastructure limitations and regulatory hurdles. In contrast, Sub-Saharan Africa, despite its vast solar potential, is still in the nascent stages of developing robust solar markets. Understanding these regional dynamics is vital for formulating targeted strategies to enhance solar adoption globally, particularly in areas where energy access remains limited. For future growth trajectories and technological innovations, the future outlook for solar energy is overwhelmingly positive, with projections indicating that global solar capacity could exceed 3.5 TW by 2027. Innovations in solar technology such as improved efficiency of photovoltaic cells and the integration of energy storage systems are expected to enhance the viability of solar as a primary energy source. Furthermore, as countries strive to meet their renewable energy targets amidst climate change challenges, the role of solar energy in achieving sustainability goals will become increasingly critical. This growth trajectory underscores the need for ongoing investment in research, development, and infrastructure to support the transition to a renewable energy future. These 4 points encapsulate key aspects of the solar energy landscape, emphasizing the importance of cost reduction policy support, regional dynamics, and future growth trends in shaping the energy transition. 1. The Green Revolution, 1940s to 1960s. The Green Revolution refers to a period of significant agricultural transformation that began in the mid-20th century. Characterized by the introduction of high-yielding varieties (HYVs) of seeds, the increased use of fertilizers and irrigation, and the adoption of innovative farming techniques. This movement was spearheaded by scientists like Norman Borlaug, who is often credited with saving millions from starvation through his work on wheat varieties. While it greatly increased food production, the Green Revolution also led to various socioeconomic disparities and environmental concerns, paralleling the anticipated energy cost reductions and geopolitical tensions in the current solar energy narrative. 2. The OPEC oil crisis, 1973. The oil crisis of 1973 was a pivotal moment in world history where the Organization of Arab Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC) proclaimed an oil embargo, leading to skyrocketing oil prices and fuel shortages in many countries. This crisis highlighted the vulnerabilities associated with dependence on fossil fuels and spurred interest in alternative energy sources, including solar power. The geopolitical tensions that arose during this period reshaped energy policies worldwide, reminiscent of the current emphasis on energy independence and sustainability in the context of rising geopolitical tensions in South Asia. 3. The Cold War and energy policies, 1947 to 1991. The Cold War era saw significant geopolitical tensions that influenced energy policies in various countries. The United States and the Soviet Union competed not only militarily but also for influence over energy resources. During this period, the U.S. invested heavily in nuclear energy and sought to secure its energy supply chains, leading to long-term impacts on global energy markets. The geopolitical rivalry and the push for energy independence during the Cold War bear similarities to today's focus on renewable energy sources, particularly solar, amidst rising tensions in regions like South Asia. These historical cases exemplify how energy dynamics are intrinsically linked to geopolitical contexts. Echoing the projected changes in energy costs and geopolitical tensions in the contemporary scenario. Future outlook on solar energy and geopolitical tensions. As we look forward to the years leading up to 2026, the solar energy sector is poised for remarkable growth, projected to achieve a 25% reduction in energy costs across agriculture, manufacturing, telecommunications, and other sectors by Q1 2025. This advancement will occur against a backdrop of escalating geopolitical tensions in South Asia, particularly impacting energy markets and policies. 1. Projected growth in solar energy. The global solar energy market is expected to continue its rapid expansion, driven by a confluence of technological advancements, government incentives, and the persistent demand for cleaner energy sources. Capacity projections. By early 2025, global solar capacity is anticipated to exceed 2 terawatts TW, building on a record year in 2022 when approximately 239 gigawatts GW of new solar capacity was added. Countries like China, the US, and India are expected to lead this growth, with China alone projected to install between 141 gigawatts to 158 gigawatts in 2023. Sectoral benefits. Agriculture and telecommunications are expected to benefit significantly from this growth. In agriculture, the integration of solar energy can improve operational efficiencies and reduce costs, while telecommunications can leverage solar to enhance energy reliability in regions where grid access is tenuous. Corporate power purchase agreements (PPAs). The potential for corporate PPAs is rapidly increasing as businesses seek to stabilize energy costs and reduce their carbon footprint. Countries in Southeast Asia, among others, are establishing frameworks conducive to corporate renewable energy procurement. 2. Key drivers of solar energy growth. Technological advancements. The continued decline in the cost of solar technology, particularly photovoltaic PV systems, makes solar energy increasingly competitive against fossil fuels. Innovations in solar technology, including bifacial panels and energy storage solutions, are expected to enhance efficiency and reliability. Government policies. Many nations are enhancing their policy frameworks to promote solar energy. For example, the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act provides strong incentives for solar investments, while countries like India are ramping up their solar capacity targets to achieve ambitious renewable energy goals. Market dynamics. The high energy prices resulting from geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions are pushing both consumers and industries towards solar adoption. As traditional energy sources become less reliable and more expensive, businesses are seeking to insulate themselves from market volatility through solar investments. 3. Challenges and regional disparities. Despite the positive outlook, there are significant challenges that could impact the solar energy trajectory. Geopolitical tensions. The anticipated geopolitical tensions in South Asia by 2026 could lead to disruptions in energy markets. Countries may experience regulatory changes or trade barriers that hinder the growth of solar energy. For instance, tensions could affect the supply of solar components, particularly from manufacturing hubs like China. Infrastructure limitations. In regions with underdeveloped grid infrastructure, integrating solar energy can pose a challenge. Countries like India and those in Southeast Asia are working to enhance their grid capabilities to accommodate growing solar capacity. Regulatory barriers. Inconsistent policies and regulatory frameworks can create uncertainty for investors. For example, changes to net metering regulations in places like Hungary and Poland have caused fluctuations in market activity, highlighting the need for stable and supportive policies. 4. The role of international cooperation. International collaboration will be vital in overcoming challenges and accelerating solar energy adoption. Knowledge sharing. Countries can benefit from sharing best practices in solar energy deployment, such as effective regulatory frameworks, financing models, and technological innovations. Initiatives like the Global Solar Council foster such exchanges. Investment mobilization. Financial institutions and development banks can play a crucial role in mobilizing investments for solar projects, particularly in emerging markets. Programs aimed at de-risking investments will be critical in attracting private sector participation. Climate commitments. Global climate commitments, particularly from industrialized nations, can bolster the solar sector by providing technical and financial support to developing countries. This cooperation can lead to accelerated deployment of solar technologies in regions most affected by climate change. Conclusion. The future of solar energy looks promising, with projections indicating significant cost reductions and capacity increases by 2025. However, this growth will be tempered by geopolitical tensions, infrastructure challenges, and regulatory hurdles that may arise, especially in South Asia. The international community must work together to harness solar's potential fully, ensuring it becomes a cornerstone of sustainable energy systems worldwide. The next few years will be critical in shaping the global energy landscape and determining how effectively we can transition to a more sustainable future.